What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to do a little bit more work on the Hulk and work on that door panel there. The interior, it's a little rough on it. Somebody had painted the door panels before to color match them. The paint's been peeling off, so we're going to see if we can repair that, make it as good as new, hopefully. We're going to be using some SEM spray products. It's about the best I've seen so far on the market. Haven't really come across anything better. So we're going to use that. We're going to use some Bulldog adhesive promoter. Hopefully get this to stick good, better than what it did before. The stuff that's on there right now, it's been on there for quite a while, I'm assuming. It's done a pretty good job, but we're going to see if we can do a better job. So this is what it's looking like. Looking a little rough. So we're going to fix that. We're going to fix that too. Yeah, we got the back window trim too. We're going to pull it out, repaint it, scuff it up, clean it up, paint it. And the passenger side as well, along with the door panel. And also just notice the A-pillar. So we will take that out and clean it up as well. So it's been an awfully long time since I pulled any kind of G-body door panels off. If I remember correctly, these are two pieces. I think the lower portion comes off, and then the upper portion, which I may not pull the upper portion. I think I'm gonna just try and clean it up. It's got little grease marks everywhere. But I think I'm gonna just try and clean this up. The tabs are broken off on this, so I'm going to be using some 3M tape. But I'm going to just do my best. We're going to pull this off and see if we can get it cleaned up and repainted. As far as I can tell, as far as I remember, just 2 Phillips head screws in there. Pull those out. I want to say it pulls forward and then out. And I believe the rest of it is just a little Christmas tree door clips that's used on pretty much every 80s model GM. I thought there was a screw down here, but it doesn't feel like there is. So we're just going to kind of carefully pull at it and see what it does. So under the armrest, there are also 2 number 3 Phillips head screws. One there, obviously. One's supposed to be there. And if you're taking the top portion off, there's 2 number 3 screws under there as well. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to be pulling this or not. I don't really see I need to. So I'm going to just focus on the bottom here. And in great fashion, I was backwards on my thinking. The top does have to come off first because it sits down to this little channel right here, and it'll make that a pain to come off, and you probably damage this just trying to pull the bottom off. So I went ahead and pulled it all apart. On the top portion of the door panel, you just got a little Christmas tree clip in the middle, basically vertically. There's another one right up there. It come out, or it actually stuck in the door, so I got to pull it out. You do have your number 3 screws there you got to pull out, and your wiring harness for your windows, so don't forget that. Pretty much you pull this loose and it'll give you enough room to access your wiring, so you can just pull that off the back of the switch. And on the bottom portion of the door panel, it's just got your regular clips. Figured I'd show it on the door, that way it kind of give you a better idea of where they're at. You just gotta kind of pry the door panel back a little bit, find where they're at. And so far, this style is the best that I've used. I've got another style, it's kind of like a crowbar, but it just never seems to fail that when you get it in there, you don't have enough room to move it. And these things are pretty sweet. You just pop them in there and, you know, pull right apart. Very happy with them. And when you get the bottom portion of the door panel loose, this is for your locks. Once again, it just pops right out. And that is for your rear view mirror. There is a 2mm Allen set screw somewhere. It's in the door panel itself. There it is. 2mm set screw, Allen head style. And you just loosen it up and the adjuster pulls right out. Pretty easy. And don't forget, when you get everything all taken off, you might want to tuck this in the door so when you close it, it doesn't get caught in the door jamb and kink it. Same thing with these if they're hanging low. Because you don't want to try and find new ones of those because they're about obsolete nowadays. And to remove the lock switch bezel, you just got to pull these little tabs up. I already pulled this one up. They're just flat. You just got to pull them straight. Just be careful with them because, I mean, you can only do this so many times before they break. Just pull them right out. And when you get everything torn apart, the most surefire way to not lose anything, plus keep track where everything goes, put it back in the hole. Simple. Won't walk off that way. So now that we got our door panels off, we're going to move to our sail panels, quarter window panels, whatever you want to call them, and start taking them off because they need a little bit of love too. Now to start taking them off, we're going to take our sill plate off because that overlaps this little panel here, which overlaps this panel here, which overlaps this panel here, which that's where it stops overlapping. So yeah, we're going to pull our screws out. Some more screws in the door jamb itself. And we'll slide this right out. And then we'll commence to getting this out. Which, once again, my memory is a little bit hazy on this. The seat belt normally goes right here. They did a seat belt delete on this because it was a show car. So we'll just pull that out. If memory serves correct, there's some more little Christmas tree clips back here. We'll find out as we go. And then this should just pull up and pull out. And there's some screws down here from the looks of it. Could be wrong once again. I want to say there's some screws behind this. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. And then there should be, I think, another Christmas tree clip back here. Like I said, we'll find out. I don't really think it should need to be said, but these are like super fragile. You know, this is ancient plastic these days. So be careful taking them out. You know, they're getting harder and harder to find. Might be worth noting that little leg on there. Keep that in mind. So you want to pull straight out when you're taking this panel off. Other than that, just pull straight forward. So far, so good. So, looking on the inside, we do have a screw right there. It's hidden by the back seat. There is another screw up there that is currently gone. And this little tab here does go underneath this. I'm going to try my best to not pull this because a lot of times those clips break. So I'm going to try and just kind of finagle it out of there. We'll see how that works. But yeah, we're going to keep on moving forward. So we totally have victory. Check this out. Boom, it just slides. Granted, it's under that one. I think it's supposed to be over that one. Could be wrong. We'll have to address that situation later. But yeah, as for right now, I will take that. That's a win. And also on the bottom here, the way it attaches, there's like a hook on the back side and it overlaps this. So don't go prying on this because you'll break that hook. You know, it does move a good bit, but you don't want to break that. And it looks like there's two of them. So be careful on that. This one here, haven't quite got to that yet. We're about to. I'm thinking I can pull this out, maybe pull that forward just a hair. We're about to find out. May need to remove the back dash. I'm hoping not to. It doesn't really look like I will. So we're going to start pulling on it and see if we can get a little bit further forward. And once again, another little good thing to note, a little kick up right there on the top of that panel. That gets stuck behind the headliner. So you kind of got to push the headliner up just a little bit to get that to pass. Just once again, you know, be careful. Push on stuff, lightly pull on stuff. It'll eventually come out. Man, just as I thought. there is a screw down there. But that is the only screw. Well, other than that one back there that I previously pointed out. But yeah, there are no screws behind the wood trim. So just take that one out and that one out, and it should come right out. That trim right there, way easier than I thought it was to remove. For some reason I was thinking it was way worse. There's a driver's side here. Basically all you do is you grab the metal trim and pull it towards the outside of the car. It will get it over that little lip right there, and then it just pops right off. You just pull it and it comes right down. Same thing up front. There's two clips, one in the back, one in the front. Really easy, and it does go over that. So when we put the other side together, we will put it over it. And then we move on to the A-pillar. Got a screw there, and a screw there. Once you get it out, you kind of literally just like twist and pulls. Comes right up. Not too bad. You just gotta be careful right there. Okay, so you gotta kind of twist it and pull it all at the same time. So I'm gonna get the sanding on these things, get all that old paint off. What I've been using, just some regular 220 sandpaper. I started out using a gray Scotch-Brite pad, didn't do anything. Thought about some red, but the gray didn't do anything, so I don't think the red's gonna really do much more. If it was just a regular panel, I think a red Scotch-Brite would probably be fine. But this just kind of built up in layers, it's all flaking, so a lot of it has to come off. So I'm gonna throw this on a DA. There will be a lot of hand sanding also for just the crevices and hard to get to areas. But I'm gonna try and DA as much as I can. One thing, if you are using a DA, keep it moving, because if you sit in one spot, friction will heat up and it'll probably melt your door panel or whatever part you're painting. So I'm gonna set you guys up in time lapse. Just probably gonna do one door panel on time lapse. I mean, you guys kind of get the idea how to sand stuff. But you can get to work on it and hopefully get these two painted today. Well, that was fun. Not. Got it all sanded. That sucked. So now I'm gonna go wash it, let it dry, hopefully paint it. Alright, so we got it all washed, it's all sanded, hopefully it's good and clean. We're gonna spray some Bulldog adhesion promoter on there, that way it'll help that paint stick. I am fighting with these ladybugs here. They are landing on me, and they're kind of jerks, they bite. So I'm sure they're probably gonna be landing all on this paint after I spray this thing, but we need to get it done, so we're gonna see what we can do. Same thing for all this stuff. And these ladybugs are gonna be fun. Not a good start. But please continue. Cadillac Dance Custom Interior Shop. That's correct, I'm a professional interiorist. Not really, I just watched the YouTube video, so now I can do anything, like a jack of all trades, master of none. Getting ready to throw the door panels back in, and it dawned on me, got to put carpet back on these bad boys. Not a bad deal, not a big task. Did run out of glue, of course, so had to run to Lowe's and get this. I will show you what I'm working with. That right there is what I use. And the reason I use it is because every other interior shop that I've been in, they use it. So if it's good enough for them, chances are it's probably good enough for me. They do make the same stuff. It comes in like a light blue, baby blue can. It's called Landau top adhesive. Probably work even better. Probably work just the same, in my opinion. It's probably the same stuff poured in a different color can. Reason I don't use that, because Lowe's doesn't carry it. Lowe's and Home Depot carries this. Not that expensive, and it works good. So, used to say for professional use only. I was a professional back then, but now I'm just an amateur because it doesn't say it anymore. But you just spread you a thin layer on there. The key to it is you got to put it on here and the thing that you're sticking on here. Who would have thought? I know I damn sure didn't. It took me a long time to learn that. Yeah, contact cement. What it means is it contacts itself, I guess. But that's how this stuff works. Does a damn fine job. I've used it on many projects. Still using it, so I mean, kind of tells you something. So, we got this pretty well tacky. We're good, so we're going to start throwing our carpet down and hope for the best. Yeah, don't drop it. Pay no attention to all that dog hair on it. Had to put some glue on it on the floor because I don't have anywhere else to work. Also pay no attention to this dog cage that's big enough to fit King Kong in it. Apparently my wife doesn't know how to measure stuff when she orders stuff. So Debo has a deluxe condo cage when he needs it. Pick out the sticks and stems. And voila. I'm liking it already. And I do have to say, whoever cut this, they did an awesome job. I wish I could cut that good. It fits like a glove. Alright, so here's a little tip I'm going to share with you guys. This is the piece that holds the mirror in. And as you can see right there, it had a little washer from factory. This isn't the washer from factory. You pretty much have to cut them in order to get them out. They probably saw them at the parts store in the help aisle, maybe. I don't know. Didn't really feel like going to find it. But here's what works out pretty good. Get you one of them bad boys. And just cut the end off of it. Get a socket and push down on it. And what I found works the best is just kind of rotate your socket just like that as you're pushing and applying pressure. And it'll go right on there. Tell me that doesn't look a million times better. So much better. Still gotta clean the seats a little bit, but that wasn't my doings. The passenger side door turned out just as well. Got our kick panel down here. It turned out really nice. Got a vacuum and all that. Obviously I haven't cleaned because the car isn't ready to go home yet. Still got a lot of work to do to it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It definitely looks way better than it did before. But this is where I'm going to end the video once again. I appreciate you guys watching. This one's kind of been a long, drawn-out process. Just waiting on stuff to come in and dealing with weather. Man, weather's been rough this year. But, like always, hit the like button, subscribe. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you on the next one.